Here we go. Okay. I is ready. How are you?
I had to ask you permission again.
Oh, come on.
Just give me permission.
I just want permission. Allowed to record.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful.
You are so lovely. Your hair looks nice.
Thank you. I washed it.
Oh, I like
I
it.
know. I even blow dried it.
Whoa. I usually only blow dry mine when I'm really cold for
Yeah.
like 5 seconds and then I just go to bed.
Yeah.
Just to get the ends.
I actually like your hair like that. It's really cute.
My bun.
Yeah.
You can't see my bun. I worked really hard on it.
It's like part up, part down, and with the bun. It's super cute. Hey, you feeling better, huh?
Hell yeah, I am. I'm feeling so much better.
Good. I'm so happy.
I sound so much better. Other than my
You do.
back. God, this week.
This is a bad week for
I'm
you.
sitting on my heated blanket.
You're sitting on top of it?
Yeah, for my back.
Oh, for your back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that sucks. I'm sorry.
I like bent over and I was like, oh God. I wasn't even doing anything. I told Josh about it. He's like, God, we're getting old. And I'm like, yeah.
You're not even 30 yet, dude.
I know. Gosh.
Not even 30 yet.
But you're going to be 30.
Yep, sure am going to be 30.
We're going to go with 30 because that's how old Alice says you are.
I know. And I didn't even ask her to do that. It's so sweet of her. She already knows. Like, mom doesn't want to be over 30. Yes. Or maybe she doesn't want me to be over 30 because she's like, ew, my mom is old.
She's just programmed like you. Instantly knows that is not okay.
What was it? Rick's mom, she would always tell everyone that she was 41 or something like that. And I was like, you're pretty young for like having a 20-something-year-old son. And then I mean, technically she wouldn't be. She would have him when he was 20, but when she was 20, I was like, that's wrong. No. And like I called her out on it and she was like, it's every year I turn 41. And I was like, okay, whatever.
It's like a believable number.
Yeah.
That's a pretty believable number.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not like you're saying like I'm 39.
Yeah. You know? Or like I'm 20.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Pretty believable.
So do you want me to open this today? Good. Yes. Okay. First off, I'm doing great. I've actually been playing video games with Rick since like 5. So
nice.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah. What'd you guys do today?
I took Charlotte to gymnastics and ran a bunch of errands.
Oh, fun.
Oh, and I had a gluten-free sub from Firehouse Subs.
And it was good?
Yeah, it was really good. It wasn't as good as Subway, but it was pretty good.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's yummy. Yep. I was running an errand after we dropped off that Christmas present to you, and we came back and I saw you guys like pulling out of the driveway. And so like I stopped and I was staring at you guys for a long time and then I drove away.
Oh, you did? I didn't even see.
I was waiting for you guys to like see me, but you didn't.
We're probably focused on the garage door because are y'all having issues with your garage door?
No.
We think it's the weight of the snow messing with the sensors.
Oh.
But like it sometimes won't shut.
Yeah. I push the button and it won't go off right away. Like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, and then like it'll, whenever I'm back after I get out of it, I'll close it and it'll go and go back up, and I'm like, dang it, I have to fight it for like 2 minutes to keep on going down, and it finally goes down. But
that's weird.
It's having a good day today.
Good. I'm glad it is.
She was having a week like me, so
yeah, that's probably what it was. I'm sorry.
So this is our podcast. Amy always does this part. So this is our podcast, What's with the Neighbors, and I'm Bree.
I'm Amy. True Crime Paranormal Podcast.
Yeah. And Amy's
neighbors.
birthday's this week, guys.
My
Well,
birthday.
when this comes out, it'll be
Past my
last
birthday.
Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Tuesday?
Yep.
Tuesday.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah,
Yep.
make sure you guys wish her a happy belated birthday. I should have said something on the last podcast about it, but I suck.
That's
so
okay, bud. It's all right. I don't like attention. So, and here
Whatever.
I am having a podcast. I don't like attention.
But listen to me.
But listen to me. Let me listen. Let me speak to you in your ear balls.
Let me whisper in your ear. Ear balls.
I've always called them ear balls.
It's so weird. I like it.
Yeah.
Open your present.
Okay, I'll open my present and then I'll go live and tell our neighborhood story. Okay, so Bree brought me a present earlier today. And it was so beautiful. It had flowers and a vase and a little like makeup pouch and pineapple, upside down pineapple muffin cupcakes, which were so good. And I don't like sweets. And they weren't that sweet. It was great. It was perfect. They weren't like, oh, that was sweet. It was like, this is yummy.
Maybe it was the fact that there's no icing.
Could have been. Yeah. It was perfect. And then and then a card, which really was just it was great. It was perfect. Thank you. And then this envelope, and it says, do not open until the show. Amy Westmoreland, Amester, Ames, Amy Wamey, Amarillo Sour, Amy Boo Boo Bear. And then on the back it says, don't open me yet. This message will explode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Is this?
I was bored.
Is this gonna be like, are we going on tour with our 50 loyal listeners?
Wow, that would be really cool. We're going on tour. We're going to Fairbanks. What?
That would be considered a tour, huh? It's your birthday. What? No way. It's a Amy's Birthday Escape Arctic Asylum escape room in Fairbanks. Oh my
and
gosh.
Leia and Kate are gonna go too.
No way.
We're going next. We were supposed to go today, but then my stupid butt got sick, and I was paranoid to be around you. So
yeah, thank you.
But it's okay. It'll be next weekend, and Rick knows too.
He does?
Mm-hmm.
What?
I had to make sure he wasn't planning anything.
He doesn't plan stuff.
I don't know. I didn't want to step on any of his plans. And I was like, so is this going to be okay? And then I invited him and he's like, why don't you girls just go and have a girls' night? She probably needs a girls' night. And I was like, okay.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. I'm so excited.
You're welcome.
Have you done an escape room before?
Nope. We're probably going to lose.
Absolutely. I did one with my, I at the Fairbanks one, I did one with, I did one with Rick, my brother, and his brother, and we failed pretty bad.
Did you do the Arctic Asylum one?
No, we did. It was like Call of Duty or modern. It was like themed after like a video game or something like that, and I didn't really do a whole lot. I just kind of like
just stood there,
walked around.
I just like the scary aspect of it.
Yeah, that's so cool. Ooh, that's gonna be so cool. Yay. All right, let me go live real quick. Leia's texting
we're
me.
gonna not wait. We're also gonna do dinner too before around 4 because the escape room is at 6, and Kate thought that it'd be fun to go to dinner.
Yeah,
like Mexican or something.
Yeah, so that would be so yummy. Thank you so much. It was really nice of you. Okay, so I'm gonna go live. I gotta pick out a story first. Actually, Sorry, I don't have one picked out for some reason.
Will you change your view? Change view to speaker. That way I could be bigger. That way, since they'll see a full you, that way they'll see kind of a full me through the computer. Does that make sense? I don't know.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Trying to find one that's kind of a little bit longer. Let
me see if I have any. I have one if you want me to read one.
Okay, you can.
It has a teeny bit of inappropriateness, but it's not too bad.
Okay, episode 18.
It just has the word porn in it. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to unplug you here. Okay. How do I start the live? Oh, there we go. Hey, everyone.
Hi, guys. What up?
What's up? We're recording episode 18 right now.
What?
And we're through Zoom because Bree had to go and get sick. So,
sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Sorry. I'm better now. I'm good.
She is
We're just
doing
taking
a lot
precautions.
Better. Yeah, we're just taking precautions.
Yeah.
So we wanted to share with you a neighborhood story that will actually be on the next episode. So Bree's gonna go ahead and share that.
Yeah, you guys get like early access to part of the episode. Yeah. So I have a story here. It is by someone in the Nextdoor app, and it says, "People, when you are sitting in the comfort of your own home watching porn, apparently on a soundbar, from what info I can get, you may not realize that you are broadcasting it through my Samsung Smart Hub refrigerator. Please disconnect from my device." What would you do if you heard that in your kitchen?
Like making chicken and rice with your family. All of a sudden it's like moaning and you're like, no,
stick it in. Oh my god. Oh,
you're like, Greg, and like your husband's like, it's not me.
Oh.
Anyways, we wanted to come on here and say hi to you guys.
Yeah. Hi, guys.
Check out.
We love you guys.
We love you. Episode 17 is out.
Yep.
On Sunday. And then this episode that we're recording right now will be out next Sunday, the 23rd.
My mom's birthday.
Your mom's birthday.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday, Mom. So
also, everybody wish Amy a happy birthday on Tuesday.
Don't wish me a happy birthday on Tuesday. So anyways, we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye. Breed Amy. Oh.
Okay. That was perfect.
That was a funny one.
That was a great one. I love that. Okay, here we go. Okay.
You want to go first?
Sure. Okay. So
what is that noise?
Just give me a second. It's my game.
Oh, there's you.
Okay. There it is. Okay, that sounds better. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hold
Okay.
on. Had to lick Sorry. Oh my gosh. Okay, never mind. I'll tell you later.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you a story about a girl named Lucky.
This is a story about a girl named Lucky.
Yeah. You used to do that,
Early
huh?
morning.
She wakes. Alice downloaded Spotify on her laptop today, just 20 minutes ago, and she's like, "I get to listen to Britney."
I love that she loves Britney.
She loves
great.
Britney. It's so cute. So, wait a second. My story's backwards.
What does your shirt say?
Oh, my mother-in-law got it for me. I wanted to tell you. It says, him. Who do you think you are? Me. And it's a picture of the evil queen.
That's cute. That's
my
perfect.
my mother-in-law got it for me for my birthday.
My mother-in-law and father-in-law get me clothes that I like, and it's weird. It's not weird, but it's weird that I like them because it's hard to get clothes that I like.
They know your style.
They do.
I love that. That's
They
good.
also have access to my Amazon Prime list, or wish list.
That's true. Rick, did I tell you that for Rick's Christmas, my mom got him everything on his Amazon Prime wish list?
Oh my gosh. That's awesome.
I like to joke and say, well, she thought he was going to die, so she was just going to return it.
Oh, that's awesome. That's not awesome. That's hilarious, though. Oh.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you a story about actually someone that was in the army.
Okay. So they were not lucky.
They were not lucky. No. No, definitely not. Oh, and I am drinking tonight.
I was about to say.
Okay. So, Michael and Kathy, they were married on May 16th, 2003. We just kind of dive right into it. And they were introduced by mutual friends. They also met in Albany, New York, and both grew up in a Mormon household. Oh, you might have already heard this story because I already told it on the podcast with my sister.
Oh, that's okay.
But I wanted to spend more time playing video games instead, so I just pulled an old story.
I don't care. I don't recognize it yet.
Okay. So they met in Albany, New York, and they both grew up in a Mormon household. He was a sergeant medic in the Army. And she really took on this Army wife role. She's like, I'm in it. You know, she always talked about traveling with him and all the experience she would have with him being in the Army. She loved being an Army wife. In July 2013, Michael was transferred to the Tripler Army Medic Center in Honolulu, working in the ER there. And they lived on base and they became members of the Mormon Church. Kathy would do mentoring role, she was part of a mentoring role at the church, and Michael would help her on his days off, and he would also was part of the Boy Scouts. He was a Boy Scouts leader. Okay. And they were really open about telling their friends and stuff that they wanted to start a family. They're all about it. They were all like, yeah, we're we're trying, or, that sort of stuff. And so they're just open about it. On November 15th, 2014, Michael called 911 just after 6 a.m. He said that his wife was on the ground in a pool of blood, and she had deep stab wounds all over her body. And so the the CID, Criminal Investigation Division for the military, ended up finding a knife in her hand and a pool of blood on the pillow by her head and on the bed. They,
Jeez.
yeah, just brutally. It was brutal. Brutally. So they talked to Michael to get his alibi and to find out, if there was anyone that he knew that was out to get them or wanted to hurt them. And so he was like, I was at work, all night. He was working the night shift. And then he's like talking to them and he's like, yo, I think I know what happened. And they're like, what? And he was like, well, okay.
I love that you're gonna edit. I love that you're gonna edit that out anyway, and you whispered it.
Because she was whispering. Oh, she was like, like I can't. Anyways, so he's like, yo, I think I know what happened. From what I can see, she clearly took her own life. And
yeah, she stabbed herself a whole bunch.
A whole bunch.
Because that happens a lot.
Yeah. Multiple times.
Yeah.
So he claimed that Kathy was depressed.
Sorry. He said that funny. Bro. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Sorry. You want to say? I'm going to take this part out, but we're playing with Rick's friend Nick, and Rick always says fucking weird. He says fucking.
Like a northerner.
Fucking.
So from fucking Minnesota.
So like all night we've been making fun of him. Every time he says fucking, we're like fucking. Okay, anyway, sorry. So he claimed that Kathy was depressed because she wanted a baby and she had 6 miscarriages. Aww. So, which is really super sad, but
yeah, and depressing.
Very depressing. Yeah. Obviously the investigators were like, no. Believe it or not, even if you want to unalive yourself, you're not going to stab yourself, not just once through the throat.
Yeah.
But multiple times all over yourself. You don't do it. You don't do that. So the investigators found blood on the light switch, on her purse, and her driver's license, but they, like, whoever this blood was from, they didn't take anything. The only thing that was missing from the house was a knife from the knife block in the kitchen. There was no forced entry, which means whoever came in knew their doors would be unlocked. So Michael was lying about his alibi. He wasn't lying. Michael was not lying about his alibi. He was in fact at work the night of the murder, working a 12-hour shift. So they're like, okay, it wasn't him. During a formal interview with investigators, he cried a lot. And at one point apologized by saying, sorry, this really pains me. Just a weird. I don't know. It's just a weird, this pains me. I don't know. It's just weird to me. So the investigators were like, all right, this is clearly not suicide, but you have to give us something to go off of. Like, does anyone hate you? Were you having an affair? Was your wife having an affair? Like, give us something to go off here.
Right.
And drug dealing, anything. And it was a ghost. When Michael was,
and then the paranormal story comes in.
Bum, 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 plot twist. That's when Michael finally was like, all right, sometimes I'll meet up with people to have sex, and they would come over to the house when she was out of town.
What?
You cannot come in here. Go. Go. Go.
Love you, Alice.
Hi,
Leon. Hi, baby.
So
I want to pet you.
So he's been sitting at the door crying this whole time. So he's like, yeah, like when she's out of town, men,
Just
women, doesn't matter.
Casual. No big deal.
Casual sex. He would find these people on Craigslist. And he's even posted about looking for someone to meet up with. And he drinks red wine, but he also likes white wine. He has been known to sample the occasional rosé. And a couple summers back, he tried a Merlot that used to be a Chardonnay. He likes the wine, not the label. That's when Michael got agitated, though, and he was like, all right, I'm a sex addict, all right? And the investigators were like, what the heck is going on here? So he said that he would also offer his body in exchange for money. He presented himself as himself as a devoted husband, great soldier, but he was obviously leading a double life. Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was loud.
What was that?
That was Leon.
Oh.
Gosh. Meow. Settle down. It's because his bed's not in here.
Oh.
He can't just lay down. No.
No.
So he was obviously leading a double life. And from what his friends, and that's, hold on. I'm going to start over that one part. He would also offer his body in exchange for money. He presented himself as a devoted husband, a great soldier, but he was obviously leading a double life.
Yeah.
And that's when his friends and family found out about, they were like, shocked. He's like, don't need that. Just try to knock it over. So a list of his partners were made.
Patreon. Sorry.
Yeah, you can only see that on Patreon. A list of his partners were made, and they brought them in one by one for questioning, but nothing was sticking. Nothing was like out of the ordinary. None of them even met Kathy, and all of his partners seemed to just like be a one-night stand or very disassociated with his life. They're like, I don't know. I didn't even know his name, sort of thing. A few of them did lawyer up, though, as soon as they were approached, and not because they wanted to be they were they might be a suspect for murder. It was because they didn't want the public to know of their affiliation with Michael. Probably because they're like military or something like that. Or
makes sense.
Yeah. So that's my guess. The investigators checked out his phone records and found one number he would message often. And it went back 3 full months just with this one person. It belonged to a 24-year-old Lisa Jackson. She was a civilian whose father was stationed in Honolulu also. And Lisa worked at the movie theater. So they asked Michael for more information about this Lisa chick, since he clearly had more than just a one-night stand with her. And Michael agreed that their relationship was just that, like just one night stand.
Just one night stand, even though he's had
texting her
contact with her.
Yeah. So they met in September of that year through Craigslist, and they would meet up often.
Craigslist. Oh wait, it's 2003, right?
Yeah. So
that makes sense.
Yeah, but it was just sex. Like there was nothing more than that. He said that she cared for him, but he wanted to just be friends, but she wanted something more, but he was like, nah, that's not for me.
I ain't about that life.
Leon, I'm not letting you out. She once saw him and Kathy at the theater that she was working at, and that's what like set off her jealousy. She was very upset with him for bringing his wife to the place Lisa worked at, which I mean, if you thought that the relationship was more than just sex, that's understandable. I'd
Yeah,
be upset too.
that's pretty crappy.
Yeah. So her messages the following day from her seeing them were pretty aggressive. She threatened him and said, I'm going to kill your wife so we can be together.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. But he's like, nah, that's not going to happen. So he brushed it off, thinking it was nothing. And that's when he stopped talking to her. He said. So she was pretty open with Michael and told him that she had a mental illness and suffered from schizophrenia, and even told Michael that she can hear voices in her head and think negative thoughts.
Oh no.
Which is really sad.
Yeah.
So the FBI went to go talk to a coworker / friend of hers. She said one day Lisa came into work saying, I'm in love, and I don't care who knows. And her coworker was like, okay, that's nice. But he is married. Okay, that's not nice. That's
no.
literal quotes from the documentary that I watched.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because she's like, but he has I'm in love. And she's like, okay, that's nice. But he is married. And then her friend's like, okay, that's not nice.
That's not nice, honey.
Lisa was supposed to work the 16th, the day after the murder. And when she showed up in the morning, she was acting super weird. She kept messing with her hands and acting disoriented. She told her friend, I hurt someone. But her friend didn't think much of it. And she told her the person, they'll get over it. It's no big deal. And she kept saying, Lisa kept saying, he loves me. We can be together. And then she started crying and left work. At some point, the investigators found out she up and left for the mainland to Indianapolis, but they kept eyes on her. They're, obviously she's a suspect. And so they just kind of kept an eye on her while they built the case against her. So do you remember how he said that he didn't want a relationship with her?
Yes.
Obviously. It was pretty mutual. He was very much into her also. She would call him daddy cakes.
You are just showing off tonight, Leon.
He's all about it. And he had messages to her that said things like, do you want to see? I love you too. No, that's my paper. Get off my paper.
He's like, look how beautiful I am, Mom. It's so beautiful.
I love you too. I have something to say. Leon, do you want to meow? Can you meow for us?
Meow.
Meow. Leon, where's Rainbow? Meow. Nope. Okay.
Nothing.
You're gonna lay right on top of my paper. Okay, that's fine. Work. So, he was very much into her also. She would call him daddy cakes. And yeah, he would message her like, I miss you. I can't wait to see you again. Things like that. He's looking at the ring light like, what is this?
He's going to create that. He's going to be in that TikTok trend. Have you seen those?
Which one?
With the ring lights where it's like the cat
they take it behind them?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's an animal one too.
That's funny. I'm going to take a picture because it's really cute. Oh. Dab it. Yeah. Okay. So In less than 3 months, they exchanged over 1,000 messages, which is an average of like 10 to 11 a day, which is not that much.
I
But
mean, they probably charged per text back then.
that's true.
10
Oh yeah.
cents. Yep.
Yeah.
And after 9,
Free
or was that
free
just calls?
minutes.
Yeah, no, I think
Yep.
texts were included in that. Man, back
Probably,
in the
maybe.
day. Whew, it's rough.
I mean, so yes, you're right. So they probably were getting charged, but also that is an excessive amount for someone that says that they don't want a relationship
Yeah.
with
Oh,
someone.
definitely. And for
So
that length of time too.
yeah. So the day before Kathy's death, they stopped messaging. Then on April 24th, 2015, Lisa was arrested by the US Marshals. During her questioning, she told investigators one of Michael's biggest desires is to have someone kill his wife. He was definitely leading Lisa to believe that if Kathy was out of the picture, that they could be together. He told her that he can't just get a divorce because of his religion, wouldn't allow it.
What?
So he doesn't want to get a divorce from his wife.
But you're going to kill someone, so that's fine? Or you're going to have blood on your hands? You may
Yeah,
not
and you're
actually,
also
like,
having an
held the
affair.
knife. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, Michael. You're
So,
guilty of more than one thing there, buddy. Already.
there was also another thing, though. If she was murdered, he could collect her $400,000 life insurance policy.
Mm-hmm.
So she
They just
agreed.
pulled it out too.
Yep. Lisa agreed to help him kill his wife. He's still standing in front of the ring light. He's just like staring at it.
I want to see pictures.
Oh yeah, let me send that to you. So, because of the light, it like is kind of blurry a little bit. So she agreed to help him kill his wife. So they met up on the 14th of November to finalize their plan. They agreed that she would do it while he was at work so that he would have an alibi. And they both deleted all their messages to and from each other, to. Like, why is he just standing there?
Just staring into it.
Just trying to go blind.
Aw.
So she went to the house that night and entered the home while Kathy was sleeping with a key that he had left behind for Lisa.
Oh yeah, because there was like no sign of forced entry.
Yeah. So she then grabbed a knife from the kitchen and went upstairs. She stabbed Kathy in the clavicle. She actually jumped out, and Kathy actually jumped out of the bed and was like, "Who are you?" Before Lisa managed to grab her and get her on the ground, where she continued to stab her multiple times. And Lisa actually started to feel instant remorse and actually asked Kathy, as she was dying, if she forgave her, and Kathy said yes.
Aww.
Yes. Then she sat on the.
But who said that?
Lisa was feeling instant remorse, and so asked Kathy while she was dying, like, "Do you forgive me?" And Kathy said yes.
I know, but did Lisa say that Kathy said that?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
She could just be.
It's not like Kathy can speak for herself.
Guilty. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see. And then she sat on the bed and watched Kathy take her last breaths.
I thought you were going to say she turned on like Netflix or something. Then she sat on the bed and watched an episode of The Office. Palate cleanser.
Yeah, no. Then Lisa turned on the light to the bedroom and checked the wallet for Kathy's ID to verify she was a person she was in fact supposed to kill.
After the fact.
After the fact.
Oh, wait a second. Maybe I should check. Oh, thank God.
Wait a second. Is this the right house?
That's happened one time too many.
She went back home and waited for Michael to call, but he never did. So she was obviously charged for murder after her confession. She was a bit difficult. It was a bit difficult to simply charge Michael as a co-conspirator. He was very careful with his words and all of his messages to and from Lisa, because even though they delete it, obviously they can recover those.
Yeah.
He never outright said, I want Kathy to hurt or to be murdered or anything like that. But something that they were able to hold grounds on was his talk of desire. Lisa had asked in text, what do you want this desire? When do you want this? Why do you want this desire to happen? And do you really want me to go through with it? And he replied, yes, because he told Lisa in the past his greatest desire was for Kathy to die. In later messages, she said, I need your permission. And he said, you have my permission. The sooner, the better. So luckily,
Jeez.
Michael was arrested for first-degree murder, aiding and abetting. Then he stopped cooperating with law enforcement. So Lisa took a plea deal in exchange for her testimony against Michael. And she was sentenced to 30 years in prison. And then a young boy from the Boy Scouts, Michael would volunteer for, came out and said that he had been sexually assaulted by Michael. Yep. Just keeps getting worse.
Disgusting pig.
Yep. It gets worse. And then they found out a buttload of child pornography on his computer.
Ew.
Yep.
You are disgusting.
Yep. Michael was charged in the military court. He got 3 years for possession of child pornography. Not enough. That is not enough.
No, because he's
just gonna. Heck?
He would do it again.
Yeah. 10 years for sexual assault to a minor. They stripped him of all of his ranks back to a private and was dishonorably discharged. And then handed over to the civilian prosecutor for murder of his wife.
Okay.
Because she was a civilian.
So he still went for murder.
Yeah. But this was the military handled the sexual assault and pornography part.
Right.
And then they handed them over to the civilian prosecutors for murder. In 2019, he was offered a plea deal for murder and this in the second degree, and he agreed. So he got 35 years in prison. The judge said she gave him 5 more years than Lisa because he recognized her mental illness and took advantage of that, and had her do his dirty work, which should have given him more. But yeah. Lisa Jackson will be eligible for release in 2050 at the age of 59 years old. And Michael will be eligible for release in 2068 at 88 years old. And Kathy has not been forgotten by the ones that loved her. Her friends said that sometimes she saw Kathy as an angel. She was beautiful, and he took that away from us. And that is the story of Kathy. I forgot her last name. And that is the story of. I don't have their last name.
Sorry. You can take out the sniffle.
That's okay.
Sorry.
And that is a sad story of Kathy Jackson.
Oh, that was sad.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Jackson? I thought Lisa Jackson was.
Yep. Kathy. And that is my story.
You're going to be like, dang it, Brie, you messed up. You messed me up. I see just staring into it. Don't go into the light, Carol-Ann. Leon. What? You're going to hurt your eyes. Stop it.
Bree said stop it. He says he doesn't answer to you, Bree.
Spike him off the table. He's going to hurt his dang eyes.
No, he's okay.
He's okay.
It's not like it's warm.
Okay, he'll be. No, I'm not worried about him being warm. I'm worried about him
No,
being
I'm
blind.
saying like him, like if it was like warm, maybe that's why he's standing
maybe
there.
that's why he's attracted to it. He's so weird.
There's no warmth.
It's so strange. What a little weirdo. Oh, I miss you. I'll see you next week, Leon.
He'll see you next
Don't
week,
worry.
Leon.
Don't worry.
Let me hear a spooky story. Spooky story.
I got a good one. So since we're doing the, let me take this out so I can hear myself. Since we're gonna do the Arctic asylum escape room, I decided to do my story on an asylum. And it's a good one too.
Yeah.
I'm excited. So there's a kind of a long history on it, so just forewarning. But I kind of condensed it.
Okay.
This is the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. It is in Weston, West Virginia. And
I love the name of it.
Yeah. So
finally done?
What? Oh. Oh yeah, my goal for this episode is to say less, because I say all the time and it drives me nuts. It makes me sound really stupid.
I take out so many ums also.
I can't stand the word Anyway.
Well, good luck with that.
There you go. Already. So the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum opened up in 1864. It was eventually at some point, and it changed to the Weston State Hospital for most. What?
Oh, I had your gallery pulled. I had yours pulled up the whole time.
Oh, is that okay? Oh, I see. Is that gonna mess it up? That's gonna mess. My side has been like this the whole time, though.
Okay. Well, then I'll just use yours.
Send you the video. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. So the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum opened up in 1864 by the government of West Virginia in the city of Weston. Eventually, it changed its name to Weston State Hospital for the remainder of its operation. I'm assuming because it was probably more palatable, but I feel like Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum is like, I don't want to go there.
That's what I was like, I love that name. It's
I do too.
Wild.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure everybody referred to it as that, though.
Yeah.
So the hospital was designed by a Thomas Kirkbride. He was doctor and he like studied like psychiatric and whatnot. And he was like a crusader for the mentally ill. He believed that patients who suffered from mental illnesses needed lots of space, fresh air, and sunlight. So buildings that he designed had like wide hallways, tall ceilings, and lots of windows for light. The ceilings were 12 feet tall, and they had 921 windows. The patients were actually allowed to roam free.
Really?
Sounds pretty nice, huh?
Yeah.
Ironically, the hospital had 13 buildings, and it was standing on 666 acres.
Jeez.
So it's doomed.
Wait, 666?
Yeah. It was built to house 250 patients, and it was self-sufficient, having a farm for food, for dairy, waterworks, a gas well, and even its own cemetery. So in
cemetery.
Yeah, I know. It's never gets hard. In the late 19th century, right? In the late 19th century, there were many reasons that you could be committed or brought here. And I really wish I printed out the one additional paper just to read you the rest of them. But there's so many reasons, and they're just ridiculous. But I went ahead and yes.
The women being erotic.
Yeah.
Erotic?
Yep.
Erratic.
Yep. Yeah. Both.
Being on your period.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Epileptics, tuberculosis. Epileptic makes me so mad because that's like a legit disease and they just didn't understand it. So
Yeah.
like people are just being tortured and for something that they don't understand.
Yeah.
Tuberculosis, just because there was a sickness and it was a hospital. So alcoholics, drug addicts, mentally ill, widowers, women going through menopause, the superstitious, laziness, asthma. I would totally be there. Uh, deranged masturbation. Parents,
Okay.
if their parents were cousins. Imaginary female trouble.
What
Fell
is
from a
that?
horse. I don't know. It's like, oh, my girlfriend dumped me. Dave, you don't have a girlfriend. You're lying. We're gonna lock you up.
Like, no, she's long distance.
We're pen pals. And if you fell from a horse in war,
That's oddly specific.
y'all better mount your asses on a horse. You're gonna go to the lunatic asylum. There were so many other reasons, but I couldn't bear. But you get the idea. It's ridiculous. Um, Also, some families even got paid to drop off their loved ones here. Yeah.
I
It's
would
just
drop
basically
off my
people
loved ones.
I trade in your kid for $70. A lot of money back then. I don't know. So yeah, people were just like dropping them off.
What the heck?
I
Why were
don't
you
know.
getting paid? That's weird.
I guess my guess. So like, I mean, obviously, people who were going there were people who were not typically like, I don't want to say normal, but
Right.
different to society.
Right.
Um, but my guess for families getting paid is maybe like the medical experience or aspect of it, or experiments. Sorry, medical experiments. Maybe I don't know.
That would make sense.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I would think that you would get paid for it, because that's just stupid.
Imaginary woman
Um,
problems.
See you, Charlotte. uh, hold on. Okay. So eventually in the 1950s, the place so I said originally it was built for 250 patients. It got super overcrowded in the 1950s, and the numbers, each room had like 4 to 5 patients, which was only meant for like one patient per room.
Wow.
Um,
Sounds like our
and
prisons.
yeah, yeah. And at its peak, it totaled to 2,400 patients
Oh
total.
my gosh.
So it was overrun with disease, unsanitary living conditions. It was dark, bad heating, and insufficient furniture. Many patients were found sleeping on the cold, hard floor.
Oh.
And they didn't have enough staff for the people either. So
Yeah.
they were just kind of left on their own.
Oh.
For the patients beyond control, maybe, I don't know, the deranged bad patients, or like just people who are just crazy from all the stuff that was going on there.
Yeah.
They would lock them in cages in open spaces to kind of like
No.
free up rooms for other people, and just like leave 'em in like an open area in a cage. Like, what?
No, I don't like that.
They also performed electroshock therapy on lots of patients. Another fun treatment that was pretty popular at this time was the famous lobotomy. Um, a Dr. Walter Freeman would perform them, and on the show that I watched, they said that he would come once a week to perform 100 lobotomies every week. Um, so yeah, a lot. And he
No.
actually started this method called the ice pick method.
No, he
And
did not.
do you know what a lobotomy is?
No.
Do you know it? Okay. Okay. It's okay. I'm gonna explain it anyway.
Okay.
So a lobotomy is where they put like this pick into your eye socket, and they hammer it down with like a mallet and goes through like connective tissue, and like they swish it around in your frontal lobe because they think that it's going to make you not crazy and normal.
No. Nope. I'm out.
And those were
Sorry.
all performed
I'm
without
out.
anesthesia. Have you ever seen Nurse Ratched?
No.
It's so good. It's so good. They do it in that show a ton. It's really good. It's on Netflix.
Nope. 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 I
But
don't like
anyway,
that.
around 4,000 of these were performed.
Oh my
This
gosh.
not only killed many of them, but it left
Obviously.
perfectly healthy patients with permanent brain damage.
Oh,
So it didn't always kill people. Like it wasn't. I feel like it's more common to just do the brain damage over to kill people, but
yeah.
like still, like it's clearly not working. But
No.
they just saw that the patients were brain damaged and not like acting out. So like they were just calm, I guess. I don't know.
So they're like, oh, we fixed them.
We're just gonna stare at a wall for 65 hours instead of be our normal selves because we're
Yeah.
brain damaged.
Oh, that's
Um
so sad.
yeah. So due to lack of staff, there was not much administrative work. So like there's not much of a count on how many deaths there were there because all the death records were either incomplete or just like not done.
Right.
But between the reported suicides, murders, and deaths from like illnesses, it's estimated between 400 to 500 people had died there, which I don't know. It didn't seem like that many to me, but I feel like I also was on another site and it said 2,000, but
Hey,
4 to 5. Yeah.
give me a second.
Yep. You're good.
Okay, never mind.
You're good.
Start over on that
Yep. You're
last
good. So due to lack of staff, there wasn't much administrative work that was done, and so they weren't like keeping track of how many people that were dying. So like the death records were like all incomplete.
Yeah.
But between like the reported suicides, murders, and illnesses or deaths from illnesses and whatnot, it's guesstimated that like between 400 to 500 people actually
Oh
died.
my gosh.
Another site said 2,000, but I feel like the 400 to 500 is more believable. So
Yeah.
um in 1986, after obviously many reports and like people would go there and like newspaper or magazines would go there and like investigate, but after many reports of this not being a livable environment, the governor announced plans to build a new psychiatric facility elsewhere, finally closing its doors in 1994.
1994?
Yeah, I mean, well, it took a while to get all the patients out of there. They've got to rehome everybody. So, um, it remained vacant for many years following until in 2007, Joe Jordan, and somewhere in between there was also some museums put in there too, like for just like the things that were already in there.
Huh.
But that was like on the main floor, but that got
Okay.
shut down due to like some kind of violation. But in 2007, Joe Jordan purchased the hospital in an auction for $1.5 million. And he planned to restore and renovate it. And he wanted to use, uh, he wanted to make it like a historic and paranormal tours area and use the money for that to pay for all the renovations and whatnot.
Right.
So, that's the history. So
that already scared me already.
I know.
What the heck?
It's pretty dark.
Yeah.
So there's that it goes back so far that, and with all the not paperwork and administrative work, they don't know how all people died and whatnot exactly.
Right.
But there were a couple that I'd read about. Oh, and a random fact, Charles Manson was there actually.
That makes a lot
Charles,
of sense.
the serial killer, yeah. I think he was a serial killer, right?
Well, technically he didn't kill
Cult?
anybody.
Was he in a cult? Yeah, okay.
He ran a cult which had people killed.
Okay, yeah.
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 Technically,
So, yeah,
he didn't.
Well, that makes sense of why he's there.
Yeah.
He deserved to be there.
Yeah.
So Charles Manson was there. So many violent deaths occurred here, as you already know. Murders by fellow patients, death by medical procedures, and also disease. Um, so like I said, I don't have exactly how people died.
Right.
But as far as paranormal experiences go, we're just going to dive into them.
Okay. I'm
So
ready
it
for
said
it.
that a patient named Jacob Ayers, who was a patient there back in 1892, he was there for being an alcoholic and a delusional. And he thought everybody was hiding his beer from him. I guess he's been known to like linger the hallways, and people say he's still looking for his beer.
Oh,
I
poor
thought that
guy.
was funny. Yeah.
Ew.
Give the guy a beer, damn it.
Give the guy a beer.
There's another patient named, this one's sad, named Lily. She was a little girl who was dropped off here after her parents. There's two reasons of like stories of why she was here. One of them was that her parents died during the Civil War,
Huh?
and Leon passing. Another story says that her mother was actually a patient there, and Lily was
Oh,
born into the hospital, and her
oh,
mother committed
honey.
suicide. So Lily pretty much lived her life there.
Oh,
But unfortunately wasn't a long life. She died at 9 from pneumonia.
oh no!
And what is he
He's trying to
doing?
jump up. He's trying to jump up on that our display shelf.
No, you're gonna anger what's her face?
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Madeline.
Madeline.
Gosh.
Okay, sorry.
You're good. So unfortunately, Lily lived a short life. She died at the age of 9 from pneumonia.
Oh,
And
Lily.
you know, people who visit her playroom have heard cries and laughter.
Oh,
But
I like the
also,
laughter, not the cries. That's
yeah,
sad.
right. She's also been suspected to be pretty playful and mischievous. Um,
Oh,
she's been known to throw toys and playing with the music box and whispering in people's ears
the whisper. We don't have to do the whispering.
and
That's
kind of like following people around, which like they're playing with like she's playing with them.
yeah.
And I watched Ghost Hunters today on this, and there was an instance where they heard a kid's voice, and the two guys were in a room, and you heard it in the room. It wasn't just like on the recording. They weren't doing an EVP or anything, but you heard it like through the mics or through the camera, and
My
you hear
gosh.
like a little kid laugh or voice or something, and they described it as not being next to them or in front of them, but it was in between them. They were maybe like 4 feet apart, and it was in
Gosh.
between them. Yeah. They were like, it gave us chills. It was so
Oh,
freaky.
so
It was cool
freaky.
though.
She's like, "Hey guys, what's up?
Yeah.
What are we
I
talking about?"
wonder if it was her. Um, there's another patient who was named Ruth. She's said to wander the first floor of the building. Apparently, she hated men and used to throw things at them. Same.
Understandable.
Yeah. And apparently, she's pushed people against walls and whistles.
Push people up against walls.
Yeah. Not cool, Ruth. Not cool.
She's like,
Don't mess with me. Are you a man? Oh, you're a woman. Sorry.
sorry, so sorry.
My bad. Also a black mass or apparition has been seen a lot. They call it the creeper, and it's said to crawl on the floor.
Nope.
Yep, you're welcome.
Like army crawling. Oh.
A tour guide had talked about feeling something pulling her shirt at one point, and then the next thing she was being dragged across the floor like into another room, and another tour guide was there too, and she saw it all, and she like jumped on her and like she tried to pull her back and she couldn't, so she had to like jump on her to stop it.
What the heck?
Yeah, I know. I was like, and she still works there.
What? It's like, it's just a normal Saturday.
Fine.
Whatever.
It's fine.
No.
She's like, I don't
way.
think they wanted me in there. I'm like, really?
No,
Really?
you
You don't
don't
think
say.
yeah, I don't think no.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
on Ghost Hunters, they saw a figure what looked like they said they described it as it looked like it was in a white coat, so probably like a spirit of a doctor,
Yeah.
crouching down and then like running and leaving the room. Unfortunately, they didn't catch it on camera, so it
Wonder
kind of
what he
sucked,
was
but
doing. Like,
I don't know, but they it was weird because they both saw it. Both of the guys saw it like the same time. They're like, "Did you see that?" And they like chased after it, but they couldn't get to it.
find him.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
a
he was
spirit.
like, I don't know. I have no explanation for that.
Sorry, I heard something. Yeah. I think I'm getting paranoid now. I thought I
Probably.
heard tapping. Freaked me out.
Oh, that was
Um,
me. Sorry.
no,
It's
it's
probably
my
Joss
loud
messing with you.
yeah, it's my loud family. Obviously lots of EVPs have been caught here. Voices have been heard, children, adults, low, deep, manly, creepy voices
Nope.
saying get out or go home were caught on the show. Screams, moans, breathing. Like on one of the EVPs, they caught one going like right into the mic. It was weird. It's like, just get out of here.
Go away. You guys are so annoying.
Ah. Oh, remind me to tell you a funny story about Charlotte. Oh wait, I think I already told you. Never mind.
Okay.
Also laughing. Oh, and one of the things described it at Leon. Your mic's gonna be going boom, 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 boom.
He's licking me. I
I
don't know
love
what his
him.
problem is.
He he wants his mommy. He's like,
Hi.
stop it.
I
Pay
love
attention
you.
to me.
Will you meow for the camera?
Meow.
Meow. Nope.
He's
Okay.
like, get this thing out of my freaking. You'll stare into a freaking light for God knows however long.
Is this
How
where
did
you're
my get?
sitting?
Gee, I wonder how my mic got all that cat hair on it.
Oh, now he's making biscuits on my chest.
Oh, I used to love when my cat did that. Oh, it's so sweet. Oh, oh, Leon.
Why? What is he doing? Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh, I love him. I can't wait till we can record in person.
I know.
Don't get sick.
Okay.
Okay, I'll do it. I won't do
Okay.
it.
I promise. I'll do my very best not to get sick.
Okay. Where was I?
The person breathing.
Oh, yeah, breathing.
No, that's weird.
Also, I know. Also, laughing, squeaky wheels of like gurneys. I
Yeah.
assume gurneys. Hearing footsteps, disembodied cries in specific rooms.
Oh, that's
Apparitions
sad.
of patients, nurses, doctors roaming the halls, shadowy figures, orbs, strange, unexplained noises, slamming doors, and being touched and scratched.
Oh,
Yeah.
scratched?
Yeah.
Why do you go
That's like the
go
worst thing that could
scratch
probably happen to you
me?
here, right? I feel like oh, that's like the worst thing that can happen to you, and that girl was dragged. It's like the second worst thing that could happen to you
Second
here.
worst. Yeah.
It's not that bad. I really want to go here. Um, this is like really high up on my list now, just so you know.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah. So as of today in 19, well, not today, but you know,
Yeah.
in
And
1990, the asylum was designated as a historic landmark. Um, so, you know, it's protected.
yeah.
The main building of the asylum has several rooms that serve as a museum on the first floor. Um, and on in the museum, they have like paintings, poems, and drawings that were made by patients. Um,
That's cool.
yeah, and they have a room that's dedicated to different medical treatments and restraints that were used in the past. So like the electric shock
Oh,
therapy and gurneys
yeah.
and whatever. Um, and artifacts such as like hydrotherapy tubs and straitjackets.
I want to know what hydrotherapy is. Are they
Uh,
drowning them?
no. Well, in Nurse Ratched, I know they would put them in a tub and then like they would like put like a cover over it to where only your head could just stick out of the hole, and then they would turn the water really hot. And I don't know if that's the same thing, but I know in one of the episodes they turned the water so hot and they like forced them to stay in the water. It was like boiling, and they forced them to be in there for like hours.
Oh my
And
gosh.
yeah, they were like passed out by the time they got them out. Yeah.
Why is
I
that
don't
worse than drowning?
right. Let me look up what hydrotherapy is real quick.
You're going to get a lot of like natural things.
Probably. Hydrotherapy in asylums. Boom. Exposing patients to baths or showers of warm water for an extended period of time often had a calming effect on them. Okay,
Huh.
so that was probably just a messed up thing they did in the show and turned up the temperature.
Yeah.
So it's just supposed to be like a spa day.
Like a hot tub.
Right. Yeah. So it's really cool it sounds like it's really cool to go there. They have obviously historic and paranormal tours.
Yeah.
And on the tours, the tour guides actually dress like nurses from like the 19th century. So they have like the blue dresses with the white aprons and the
Yeah.
caps and everything and the white shoes.
That's cool.
Yes. And I still want to go here.
Okay, let's go right now.
Right. So you can go on the paranormal tours during the day, but they also have night ones. And you can even go on like a private
I don't
tour.
want to do that one.
I want to go on a night one so bad.
No.
Why? What's the fun in that? There's not even any fun. Like I would want to go at nighttime. That's when all the shit goes down.
Yeah, exactly.
That's when your eyes are playing tricks on you, and you're just like, was that me just looking at somewhere too long, or is that a shadow? I don't know.
We'll never know because we're not going to go during night.
Obviously, it's investigated by multiple paranormal groups and has been on TV, tons of different shows. And maybe one day it will be explored by Bree and Amy. What's with the neighbors?
What's with the neighbors?
What is with the neighbors?
That was a good one.
Thank you. I had so much fun looking at this one. I was like,
that was fun.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Spooky.
That was the Trans-Allegheny. I just said twice. I just said I was going to try not to say that. That was the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum in Weston, West Virginia.
Weston, West Virginia.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you for sharing
You're
that.
welcome. You're welcome.
We'll have to when we go on tour next year, we'll have to
goals.
We'll have to go there. Yeah.
Hashtag goals.
Hashtag goals. We got to manifest it into reality.
Yeah. Oh, it's a reality already.
It's a reality. Reality? It's a reality.
I don't know.
You want to hear a cleansing palette neighborhood story?
God, do I? Yep. Let's hear it.
I hope we haven't said this one yet. Sounds familiar, but I don't know if it's because I've read it multiple times. So this is from Nextstar app. Sliced bread in my pool. For months, I've been...
I would remember that.
Huh?
I would remember that.
Okay. For months, I've been finding cut slices of bread and hot dog chunks in my pool. That's disgusting. I called the police thinking it was a neighbor throwing things into my yard. I installed a Ring camera to see if I could catch someone or see anything. I spent $110 fixing a strange clot in my pool pump. That would make me mad.
Yeah.
Well, this morning, 3 crows with slices of bread in their mouths were in my backyard having breakfast. The crust has been cut off the slices. Interesting. If you are feeding the birds whole slices of bread, please stop. Give them breadcrumbs if you must. This has been going on for a while, and I can't ask the birds to stop. I know it seems petty, but this is actually becoming a problem. Can't believe it's been birds this whole time. Anyway, please stop feeding them entire pieces of bread. They end up in people's pools. Thank you.
That was awesome. There was another bird and bread one, but that wasn't the same one. That's I would be mad too.
Yeah,
That's expensive.
That is expensive. Like,
where's this bread coming
from?
This bread is gonna get all soggy and it's gonna make the pool all messy.
Oh, yep. Yeah.
Ew.
Gross. He's holding on to me.
Birds. Oh, I say, Mommy, don't let me go.
Oh, not anymore.
Leon.
Do you want to do the sign off? Yes. So you can find us on just about all streaming platforms. Oh, that's not his voice. Hold on. Let me do his voice. Yeah. So you can find us on all streaming platforms. Spotify, Apple Tunes, Chrome, anyways, on iTunes, can you leave us a review, please? Because
and on Spotify now. Sorry.
Oh, really?
You can review us on Spotify as well.
Ooh, so review us on Spotify and on iTunes, and you can like us and follow us on all social media platforms: Facebook, iTunes, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram at wwtnpodcast, and on our website it's what'swiththeneighbors.com. There you can find our Patreon, which is patreon.com/patreon.com, and for
/WWTN podcast.
Yes, what did I say?
/patreon.com.
And there,
Leon, newbie.
There you can be a Patreon donor, which is $3 or $5 a month. $5 gets you unedited video episodes, and $3 you get exclusive content. So you can go ahead and do that, and yeah, it's pretty cool. It's right on. So anyways, have you checked in on the neighbors?
What's with the neighbors?
Bree and Amy out. Did I cover all of that? Yeah.
No, it's okay.
Oh, oh, slide into our DMs too, you guys.
Yeah, just go ahead and slide on in there. wwtnpodcast at gmail.com. It's okay. They know.
They know. I could just take it from another episode too. Isn't he so precious?
He is. I love him.
Say bye to Bree. Open your eyes and say bye to Bree.
Stop it, Amy. He's so
Leon! There he is.
He's like, damn it, Mom. I love you, Leon. Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, I'll send you this
video. Okay.
Awesome.
Bye.
Bye.
Don't bite me.